All right, Rob, let's get to this. Draymond Green making a little noise, not unusual, but he spoke with USA Today, and Rob G, read the quote that he said about the great LeBron James.
Sure. So the whole thing was done by Jeff Zilligan, who'll be joining us here in about 25 minutes, and it was discussing LeBron James and his chase to break the NBA's all-time scoring record. Well, Draymond was asked about LeBron, and he had a lot to say, of course, about the King. Here's what he said. When you look at those three things, it's a testament to how he lives his life. I recently said he's the greatest face the NBA has ever had. Think about the day and age we live in, cameras, social media. He's never had a scandal, never been arrested, never photo drunk. Those things go hand in hand with durability, longevity, consistency. It's a testament to the discipline he has in his life, and basketball is a result of that. It speaks to the person that he is, and basketball has benefited from that.
Now, that quote, he said he's never been photo drunk, never been arrested. What was the other one? Rob G?
Never been arrested, never been in a scandal, never photo drunk.
Okay. Well, look, I think that, Rob, the greatest face of the league has been Michael Jordan. I think that's just pretty clear. But I do love, and I'll get back to Jordan and why. But I think, LeBron's character, his family is out in society, and his children, he just seems like a great father. Obviously, I love way beyond what Jordan did when he was a player. I love LeBron's outspokenness. And, even on social issues, even what he's done with, his childhood friends, Maverick Carter and Rich Paul, essentially helping them become moguls in their own right, business moguls, Rich the agent and Maverick in entertainment. So all that together is fantastic. So in that sense, I think that's a great point. I will say, I don't think that, it's kind of this, when he said, that's why I asked Rob G to clarify, never being photo drunk, never being arrested, and never being in a scandal. I don't know that has to be celebrated. It's like Chris Rock said, you don't need to be celebrated because you raised your children.
Thank you.
That's
what bothered me right there.
Yeah, it's like
this
that,
notion, like you get extra cookies for being a good person. No, that's what to be expected. It's the other way around. Yeah, when somebody steps out of line, Chris, most people are good, decent people.
Most people have not been any of those three things that he said.
Most people
haven't suffered that.
No, you're making it like LeBron did something like he's like nobody's ever done in the world. Be a good father, never been photo drunk. Oh, he's never been arrested. I'm 59. I've never been arrested. I've never been photo drunk, but I don't want an award for it, Chris. I don't.
Thank you.
And let me just jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Draymond, and this is nothing against LeBron, but I gotta. You're part of Clutch Sports. That's a part of LeBron's thing. Everything you say about LeBron is compromised. I'm sorry. What bad stuff are you going to say about LeBron? Zero. You got to take anything that Draymond Green says about LeBron like a grain of salt. That's what friends do. They talk about how great they're. That's it. But there's no. He didn't overturn some stone and give us something, Chris. That oh my God, what insightful on LeBron. No, what you did was, I'm in bed with LeBron and his people. I'm on his show. LeBron did this for me. Clutch Sports. Yes. So I'm going to tell you how great LeBron is. Hello. Is this on, Draymond? You gave us nothing. How about some insight on LeBron? You stated the obvious. Guys, when you're listening to these podcasts and these athletes, this is what you're getting, empty calories. There's nothing there. You should give us more insight to the person that LeBron is. Not state the obvious. And no, he's not the best face. Michael Jordan is. And I don't care. Oh, well, Mike wasn't in the social media thing. He was. No. During that time, Michael Jordan handled himself well. And the league flourished, Chris, and the league became even more international. And everybody, and his staying power is the brand of those sneakers, Chris. He sells more sneakers even than people who are playing. Michael hasn't played in 20 years, 15 years, whatever it is. That tells you a lot. 20 years, Chris. And he still outsells LeBron, who's the face of the best face of the league. Come on. Stop.
His shoes are, Rob, I don't know this for a fact, but I think they're more popular today
than they were. Ever. No doubt about it, Chris.
My daughters want Jordans and are wearing Jordans. Like
they didn't watch Jordan play.
Basketball.
Right.
They certainly didn't watch Michael Jordan, obviously. And but yet everybody's wearing Jordans. Yeah, and this is not, as you said, nothing against LeBron.
Not at all, and Chris. I think not at all.
Because Draymond and I don't. You don't have to say anything negative about LeBron, but Draymond does seem to fawn over LeBron. And he doesn't typically do that with really anybody. Like, he seems to keep it real on his podcast and everything. But with LeBron, I don't necessarily expect him to say anything negative, but he does tend to fawn over LeBron. But Michael Jordan, it's just obvious. Like, Michael Jordan was the lone face of the league by a mile. Rob, there was no one else close, and there were just as many great players back then as there are today. Ewing, Elijah
no doubt. There was a ton of players,
Stockton,
Chris.
Isaiah. Like, you can go on and on, Reggie Miller, and none of them, like, it was Michael Jordan alone on a pedestal. And Rob, we remember this. When he retired the first two times, really, the league suffered. Like, popularity, ratings went way down. I mean, and you had Shaq, Kobe, Iverson, Ray Allen. Like, you had great young players, Kevin Garnett. It's not like, there were no other great players, Tim Duncan. They were there. And it still was like, man, who's going to come along and be the next Mike? Just the whole next Mike. Is there going to be, as great as LeBron is, I don't know, Rob, that there's going to be this quest for the next LeBron. I don't think so. It'll be like, maybe you'll say, wow, this guy plays like LeBron, or will he be as good as LeBron? But I don't know. I don't feel like there's going to be a next This hunt for the next LeBron. Heck, LeBron, in a lot of people's eyes, was kind of that next Jordan. And I don't think, as great as LeBron is, and he is the ultimate, Rob, face of the league. But, I mean, Steph is kind of close. And, you know, there are players that are right there. And I don't feel like we're going to miss LeBron, definitely. We are going to miss LeBron. And I do think we should appreciate his greatness. Heck, he looks like he's going to be around for a little while, like 3-4 more years at least. And he's playing great. But I don't think, Rob, the league is going to drop off in popularity and things like that when LeBron retires the way it did when Jordan did.
No doubt. I'm with you. And I think you're right. We've seen it. We've listened to some of the stuff. When it comes to LeBron, I just think that he has rose-colored glasses, and there's nothing he could say that I'm not looking for anything negative, but I don't think he's given any kind of insight other than stating the obvious. We know LeBron's a class citizen and a top citizen and all that, but that's not insight. That's not talking about the face of the league. I just think that most guys in the NBA are good guys, and you don't have any issue with 98% of the players. I'm sorry. I don't buy into that.
Is LeBron or Rob and I missing something? We think it's Michael Jordan, But is LeBron the greatest face of the NBA? Your turn to weigh in.
For me?
That's right. WKRP in Cincinnati. What a good way to start off a TV theme song Thursday, Alex. Very nice.
Thank you, Rob.
Yes. Raymond in Baton Rouge. You on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Raymond? What you got?
What's up, buddy? Hey, to me, Jordan is the ultimate face of the NBA. I have to say LeBron is like fourth or fifth behind Magic, Bird, and even AI. One thing about AI, they had kids growing up wanting to be AI. I never saw people coming into the league that actually want to be LeBron.
I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people want to play like LeBron and be LeBron. Look, here's my thing, Rob. Magic.
I know what he's saying about Iverson is more of about a look. He had a cultural look that changed.
Yeah,
people.
but was he ever the
No.
Like
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people wanted to look like him.
Right. He's a cultural icon, Iverson. Magic and Bird were the face of the league together. Neither one of them had to carry the league by themselves as the face.
And that
Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
I think it was Dr. J when Magic first came in. And then it became Magic and Bird. And then by the time they were done, it was Jordan.
And it was really important about Bird and Magic. We talk about that all the time, Chris. You know, there was a point. Imagine if, and I'm not saying it wouldn't have worked because they were great players, but if Bird would have gone to L.A. and Magic to Boston, but at the time where the league was like a great white player in Boston and a showman in L.A. Am I right?
Right. It was perfect. Scripted from Hollywood. Really.
It was. It was perfect.
Yep. And the Lakers, already were good. Magic made them great. Bird made
the Lakers were terrible. I mean, the Celtics were terrible.
They were
terrible.
Yeah, he immediately made them great. And I agree with you on that. Iverson, I don't think was ever the face of the league. He was.
I just think people wanted to look like him. Hey, right. Chris in Shreveport, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chris? Chris. All right, Chris is gone. All right, you missed out. Josh in Arizona, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What up, Josh?
How y'all doing? Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, there's no way in this universe LeBron James is the best face of the NBA. It's clearly Michael Jordan. Draymond Green needs to get the pom-poms out of his hand, needs to take that cheerleading skirt off. And it's an indictment to the way the league is. All these guys are buddies, friends. That's why this form of basketball is a little bit ill-competitive to the enthusiasts of the game. And I don't like it, but it is what it is. And right before I get off, I'll say this. A lot of people want to use LeBron James, the way he speaks for social injustice type issues, and he should be applauded for that, no doubt about that. But I don't like them trying to use that against Jordan, even though maybe Jordan wouldn't have said anything in today's time. I'm just making the correlation that it is a lot easier to ride a wave and to say a lot of things in today's time than it was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Bill Russell or in respect to even Jordan's time. And LeBron James seems to, in my opinion, he seems to ride waves, and when it goes against his financial benefits, he's either clamming up or he's speaking against it. So I'm not going to use, that to try to throw an indictment on Jordan to say, oh, well, he's doing these things, and that's why.
No. It's a different time, and Michael was criticized by people during that time. He didn't get a free pass, Chris, right? He didn't get a free pass.
No, he definitely didn't get a free pass. And I don't compare Michael's era to, he mentioned Russell and Jim Brown. I don't know if he said Jim Brown, but Kareem. Like, it was obviously in the 60s, it was much tougher, and the 70s. To speak out, and maybe, Rob, the 80s and 90s when Jordan played, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he could have said
But he still could have said,
There's no doubt. I'm not giving him a pass.
He didn't get a pass, then he won't get a pass now.
No.
But,
No doubt. Scott in Pennsylvania. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. I think that's Pennsylvania. What's up, Scott?
Yo, man, that hurts a little bit.
What? I'm sorry.
Rob, I'm sorry. That hurts a little bit.
What, Pennsylvania? Right. That's from the Flintstones. They mentioned going to Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I knew that. I'm 50 years old, so
okay.
I knew that.
You knew that. All right.
So, do I think LeBron is the greatest face? No. I believe he's the greatest player that's ever going to be when it's all said and done. He'll own everything. But I know, like, to me, it doesn't bother me, but I know it does bother some people, his antics, his political stance. That doesn't bother me one bit. But to me, there's been so many faces. It started with Kareem, to Julius, like the people said before, Bird and Magic, to maybe AI a little bit, you know, to Jordan, and then it was Kobe for a little while. And who's going to be next? Who's going to be the next face of the NBA's lineup? Is it Ja?
Right.
Is it Luka?
Nah, that's interesting. Who will be who will be the best?
Josh, that was a good point.
The best players are international, Rob.
Right.
It could be Giannis. It could be Luka. I think one thing, Rob, is it'll probably be the guy who wins the most. Like Jordan, you know, if you want to argue he was the face, he wasn't. I don't say he wasn't the face before he started winning. He was up there, one of them. But if Luka or Giannis or somebody can really, you know, win consistently, maybe that they probably become the face. But it's going to be interesting, whoever that is.